All right, hello and welcome back. Today we watched the episode where it turns out that all the explorers just work for AT&T, and it was all just a big misunderstanding. Before we talk about the episode, let's open a pack. Steel Energy. We don't get Steel Energy often. All right, we got Riolu, Magneton. It's set one. I mean, is anyone even like excited for like the first 20 cards in my pack? It's just set one. Let's get right to it. Okay, I love Pachirisu. It's probably one of my favorite arts, honestly. Okay, we got Professor. Oh, this is not a good pack.
Oh,
Defiance Band, and oh, it is a good pack. We got a Koraidon EX.
yeah. See, it all worked out in the end.
Do I have
They
this
did.
one? I don't think. Do I have this one? You know what? You know what? You know what? I always make a point of not getting up and moving around. Nah, we're finding out right now. Do I have this card? I think the packs are getting to me. I've been pulling set one for almost a year now. Do I even have this card? Do I even have this card? I've got. I got. Hold on. I can like take out the whole thing. I think. Right? Is that how this works? Yeah, that's how this works. All right, let's take a look. I have the box set
Yeah, the
Miraidon.
ETB. Yeah.
I got the box set Koraidon, and I have the full art Koraidon EX. I don't think I have this card. So you know what? We did it. We got a new card. We did it, boys. We got a third Koraidon. We have all four Koraidon cards, I think. I think that's the only other Koraidon card. No, there might be like
I think
the
there's a
three-star
regular
one.
full art.
There's the
Yeah, there's a
three-star
regular
one.
full art.
Yeah, no, because I have the regular full art EX. I just don't have the like the super duper special one at the end.
Okay. All right.
All right, go for it.
All right. You want to mix it up today? Got Star Wars. You want to do a Star Wars show?
Open a pack of Star
No,
Wars
Star
cards.
Wars. No. So we are done with Paldean Fates.
Yes.
So at my store, there's a box of Crown Zenith, so I got that because
Right.
Crown Zenith has all the crazy art rares. The box comes with this super sick Lucario promo.
Oh dang! Yeah, no, that's intimidating.
Yeah, it's definitely spooky. So yeah, this one has like all the art rares. And today at the store, I picked up the little 3-pack of the brand new set, so we'll open that within the coming weeks. Oh wait, this is Sword and Shield.
Yes.
Is it 3 from the back?
Is there a Rayquaza in that set?
Yes, I think there is actually.
There should be.
Is it 2?
Pull the Rayquaza right now. Say you won't.
All right, yeah, it's 3. Okay. So energies in the set look pretty cool. They got like
Oh,
some sparkles and
yeah, that's
stuff
pretty
around
cool.
them. We have Electric. We
Okay.
have the Digging Duo. Shout out to them.
Oh, the
Got me-
digging duo.
What was it called? The whatever the points are. They went crazy for me a few times. We got Girafarig. We have a Starly. We have a Switch. Just switch your active Pokemon. Some rather stressed looking Execute, especially that one in the back. He doesn't look too happy. We have Love Disc. We have Emolga.
Mm-hmm.
We have our first reverse is Shinx. And then you only get one, and the rare is Zeraora. Yeah, this is Sword and Shield era.
Oh, cool. Yes. Yeah. You get ripped off.
You get ripped
Well,
off.
yeah, no, and that's why I read an article, and I realized at the end I was like, oh, it's just affecting the little guy. But no, apparently the price for the Scarlet and Violet packs overall has taken a massive plummet because of the increase in rares as well as some other factors. And then I read a little bit deeper, and it's like, oh, well, it really only impacts like the local vendors because the big companies are the ones that are just picking them up and they can afford the loss. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm buying from Amazon anyways.
I have a
that
like
whole
you said, when
article.
we came down here, we went to the card shop. That's where
Yeah.
we go. Got to support the local.
Yeah,
business.
like there's tons of local. But yeah, so the only Koraidon card I am missing now is like the super hyper rare one.
The gold one.
Yeah,
gold
like
one.
when I got that fighting energy a couple months ago. It's
Yeah.
those cards. Yeah, this fighting energy right here. So yeah, so that's our card tangent for today. But yeah, if you can support your local card shops if they're buying these packs, because they are probably getting them at a loss, but it's not as big of a deal as it's out to be because it's really only impacting them. It's not like the supply for the overall packs and stuff. Like that's what I was worried about when they said that. I'm trying to scroll through. This was episode 43 now, right? 43.
Or was it 44?
43 or 44. See, I don't like doing this, but I can just do this. Yeah, 44.
Okay.
All right. So episode 44, we get a nice little follow up. Let me find a pen. Gotta mark it in my book that I got the card on. There we go. We finally get our battle versus the explorers, and what'd you say there? This week was absolute banger
Yeah,
because
fantastic. It
they
was
brought all of them,
great.
everyone
Yeah.
except for their coach slash leader slash whatever he does, the old guy for the
Yeah.
explorers. So Liko, Roy, and Freed end up going to the Verizon wireless tower. Freed goes in first, and it turns out it was a trap by Spinel because Spinel, the goat himself, the genius. Fun fact: the Japanese voice actor for Spinel is also Saitama from One Punch Man. We learned that today, as well as he plays a lot of different roles, but that one I think is the one that most people will be like, "Holy cow! Wow, yeah, that guy." Dude's got serious range. He's my favorite explorer by far. He might also be Darian's, but the main thing is, while Freed is trapped there, the rest of the explorers are down at a lighthouse, and they're calling Rayquaza, and we'll talk about it in a second, but Rayquaza descends, and a lot of shenanigans go in store, but I'm going to let us take a little bit of time here, because this was actually a really, really good episode. We were waiting for the more serialized, like, this is the big event of the, end of the arc here. We were waiting for that for a while, so we're going to take our time with it. Darian, what was your favorite part of this episode?
Obviously, the Rayquaza summoning is gonna be probably my go-to.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, descends from the clouds, just like when it first appeared. There's the hole in the clouds. I don't know if it was that big in the opening because he cleared out the pretty
Entire,
much the
yeah.
entire sky.
Oh yeah. He
Um,
made he made a
but
room. He said I'm a big guy.
yeah, but I think they said what they say they harness some of the energy from
Yep, from
Terapagos
Tropicals.
to
They
call it
figured out
and
how.
use it in like a speaker. So I guess whenever they fought the Rayquaza, whenever it went
Yep,
into its
before.
terrestrial form,
Yep.
they were able to pick up on its energy signatures.
Right, because Spinell's
Funny
always
enough,
watching. Spinell's
yeah,
always
funny
watching.
enough, they were talking about the explorers. There was no sign of the old man or Amethea. I don't know where
Amethea,
he is.
yeah,
Maybe he's still training.
we did see in the preview that he's coming next episode. Maybe they were
Yeah,
doing some
so
last minute training, like this is the tuning exams arc from
yeah, but
Naruto.
yeah.
And Kakashi just arrives late with Sasuke. You don't know that reference, but that's why I'm saying it because you don't know the reference. And so Meteo's gonna pop off next week. We don't know what. We have no frame of reference for what he's thinking because again, he's more split off from the rest of them. He still works for the Explorers. He's still definitely working for the Explorers. It's just that he's been doing his own thing ever since the first arc, which is probably the most exciting part for his character right now. In addition to that, like he said, my favorite part also, Rayquaza, I told him frame one when we saw the storm clouds, I'm like, if Rayquaza doesn't part those storm clouds and does the coolest thing ever, just like in the Gen 3, it was just like in the Gen 3 games. Like guys, if you look on the channel, I've been doing a playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. I started it back up from when I started it 6 months ago. Go check that out because I love that game so much. And this was exactly what I wanted. Big, big, just area cleared out, the sky, the sun beaming down, and Rayquaza just descends. I took like 3 or 4 screenshots. You guys will see in the thumbnail. But the important thing here is that they figured out how to call it in the first place, and I think that's the most impressive thing that Spinel could have possibly have done. But in terms of fighting it, we weren't too sure how that would go. But we do have the Salt Cure from what's the Pokemon's name?
Garganical.
I had Japanese text in my head.
Yeah.
Garganical. Using Salt Cure. Onigori is Glalie. Glalie is using Blizzard. And the last member of the Explorers, who we haven't properly had focus on yet, she has a Metachan as her partner, and it was kind of doing nothing. But her job was mostly just to man the machine. Now, Darian, would you like to tell them how the Rising Volteckers got out of this pickle? It's another
Well,
hype scene.
we'll go back to Freed as well because
Yeah.
he after and that trap he said he noticed while fighting the Umbreon it was using foul play, which if you guys aren't familiar with the games, it takes whatever your attack stat is and turns it against you. It's not
Yep.
like counter, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And he noticed that when he got hit, the Pikachu went into the wall and it cracked. So they kept going at it, knowing Spinel would foul play, and then he finishes off with a Volt Tackle. He goes for a Reflect, but obviously he like plants
Captain's
his foot and
insane. Yeah.
goes into the wall, breaks it. So that's how Free gets out. But Dot was talking about how they were uploading a shutdown code
Yep.
so they could stop that machine from running. And she's like, "Well, I did it, but I have no way of getting there." So she volunteers to go. and they roll. They come up in the Brave
In the Brave
Asagi,
Asagi, yep.
and she jumps out in her Gurumine costume
Oh
for
yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just to cushion the blow,
Yep.
and she just lands, and then she fight. Which I know you asked before we started. Her name is Agate,
Agate, that's right.
the lady,
We've
and
looked at their names a few times over the
it's a
run.
little bit it's a little bit confusing because in English some of them have different names. Like
Right.
Sango, her name is Coral, which
Yeah, you
is a little bit of a
see, here's the
downgrade.
thing. Sango
Uh,
is so cool. It's so mysterious. Sango is just like number three. Like she's like
yeah,
a nothing. There's other translations in Japanese. Japanese words tend to have multiple meanings
yeah,
depending on their spelled. But like Sango is like a more ominous, neutral type name. But Coral doesn't mean anything. What did
yeah,
see, there's nothing about her personality that reminds you of Coral.
yeah.
But
Agate's English name is Chalce, Chalce, which okay,
Chels. Okay, that's not
and
bad.
then Sidion is Onyx, which I think that's kind of cool. It's
Insidion.
not a bad.
They could
No,
just
just
kept it.
Sidian.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sidion.
Sidian.
Okay, that's pretty
So
cool.
it's probably Sidian, like
Obsidian,
obsidian, I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah, that
Yeah. So
lazy ass English writers, man.
yeah, but
We need hiker knob on that.
I know you were mentioning the salt cure and the blizzards, and
Yep.
honestly, after looking at it, it looked like they were doing some
I mean,
pretty good
Rayquaza
work on
is weak to
Rayquaza.
rock, right?
Yeah, it's weak to rock, quad weak to ice.
They had the setup.
They were doing some good work,
They were
and
doing
if
work.
they don't intervene, there is a very good chance that they capture Rayquaza in
Oh
that
yeah,
scenario. So,
for sure. And
but
yeah, I mean, Liko and Roy don't really get to do anything in this situation, unfortunately. But in the whole kerfuffle, uh, Rayquaza does end up going down, and it ends up hitting the Brave Asagi. So the next, and they decided we're going to cut the episode right there, which is perfect because Twitter did spoil that for us. We didn't know a little bit about what was happening in this episode, but in the next episode, Liko and Roy are going to jump into action. We also, I won't say it. I won't say it, but we
yeah,
know. But it's time. If you guys have seen the posters for the third core of the anime, it's time. Next episode's gonna go off. Exactly what we
and
want.
sort of luckily, after taking a self destruct.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
that's how it
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Sun
Sango,
goes an absolute G, jumps off Glalie at like 10,000 feet in the air, sends Glalie self-destructing into the Rayquaza, and Rayquaza hits the Brave Asagi and takes it all down. Just
now,
all goes down.
what I don't know if it's just not animated properly or what, but luckily for an event like that happening, it doesn't look like the damage is too major. I
No.
didn't like they knocked off like the way it looks.
Yeah, the
You
Asagi's
can see
huge.
you can see the frames underneath it. You don't like I don't know if it's not like crazily animated, but they didn't like bend
Well,
any
they haven't
frames or
crashed yet
anything.
either, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
so
We'll
like I
see.
said, it's an aqua ship as well. Hopefully they can just steer it into the water, and
I would be
luckily
a
if they can
little
do that,
scared though, because if it's not structurally sound and the water gets into that top part, it might
yeah.
just sink if they hit it wrong.
And
But
of
it is
course,
buoyant.
luckily they do have a lappers with them to save them
Oh
from
yeah,
themselves
hopefully.
sinking.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it doesn't look like anything too crazy so far. So hopefully, next time around, while I guess everyone goes to do the third arc stuff, they can just fix the ship up. And I
Yep.
predicted like everything's gonna be great, and then some crazy climax is gonna happen, and then maybe at the end of the third arc, here comes the Brave Asagi out of nowhere, fully prepared,
Fully prepared,
saving the day.
ready.
So
Yeah.
when that happens, you know where you heard it first.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, absolute banger episode. Again, like if not the Rayquaza, just Dot being like, "I got this." Like that was also a great scene. Dot's by far our MVP of Pokemon Horizons at this point, even above Freed. Like it goes like Dot, Freed, Lando, Amethio. Help me out
Oh,
here.
don't forget Spinel. Gotta get. I think Spinel's a little up there too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So,
so
you
I
know
think
what? You know what? Yeah. Hold on. Let me fix that. So we got. Oh, I was going protagonist. That's the problem.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
we got
We said
Dot,
Metheo. Well,
Freed.
Metheo's not. I don't really know what a Metheo is.
We got
'cause-
Dot, Freed, Lando because he's Mighty G. Spinel, Amethio, Sango. There we go. That's like
Yeah.
top. That's like top 5, top 6 right there. Easy. So yeah. With Core 2 coming to an end, we might try and do a recap. Not too much for us to really focus on, luckily, because there's a lot of sort of lower stakes episodes. But I'll never say filler because they did such a great job. Even the beach episode that started all this led into directly them having a way to suss out the explorer's plan. Because if you remember in the beach episode, if you guys have seen that, there's the Snap kids, and as goofy as they were as like villain of the week type thing, they are instrumental in the Volteckers even realizing that there was something going on. So congrats to the anime department because they can't just do, you know, point A to point B. That weekly animation just doesn't work like that. You got to space out your plot because a lot of money goes into those moments, and you really want to have the anime go off for a while because that's how you make the revenue and you get all your licensing deals. What blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm super pumped for the finale to the climax. Might be one episode. They might have like another couple ones because unless they skip a couple weeks and go on break, which is also great. Cause I mean, good break for the animators. We're looking at like 3 more episodes, and then the third, well, like that 12th, 13th around there. That's when we'll be able to see the episode. It should. I think it's premiering on the 12th, right?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's April 14th. No,
Oh,
that's 2023. So yeah,
yeah,
I think it's like early to mid-April when they
yeah,
come back.
yeah. So yeah, we'll
I
see.
said April 12th. There it is,
April
April
12th. Yep.
12th.
So if they skip a week or two, then they'll skip a week or two, which is great for us because we got to do the Scarlet Violet review next week. But yeah, those are our thoughts on episode 44 of Pokemon Horizons. Anything left to add, Darian?
Not really too much from this. I think we touched on all the points.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you guys again next week. Again, I'm gonna have everything caught up here soon, so you guys will be seeing this relatively soon. But I still have to upload, I think, the last 2 or 3 before this one. But we're gonna have all that situated before the 12th. So, thank you guys so much for sticking with us, even though we're gonna be a little bit off schedule still. But until the next time, we hope you take care. Say bye, Darren.
Goodbye.